Bay Area women shorts. Bay Area women shorts. Bay Area shorts. Bay Area women shorts. Bay Area women shorts. Bay Area shorts.
Welcome. I'm Marcel Johnson, your host for this edition of Bay Area Women Shorts, which is brought to you by executive producer, writer, and director Teresa Earle, and co-directed by cinematographer Kareem the Director Gedra. Let's face it, there are certain situations, circumstances, and events that would absolutely bury most people. And today's guest is someone that life did try to throw dirt on, but the problem with that is that she's actually a seed that was planted, watered, and grew up from a lower socioeconomic community of Country Club Crest, which is located in my Bay Area home city of Vallejo, California. The woman you're about to meet is absolutely incredible, and she has done some magnificent work. Without further ado, let me get you over to curator, facilitator, and poet Tiffany Banks as she facilitates a conversation with today's guest, Cynthia Wright, better known as Cita.
Welcome, Cita Wright, Miss Cita Wright.
Welcome
to Bay Area Women Shorts. I'm so happy to be able to sit down and have a conversation with you. And from what I know, you are a deep and phenomenal woman, which you'll dive deeper into. So I have some deep questions for you.
Okay. I'm ready.
So there's this thing going on in society. There's this notion that women teach their daughters, but simply love their sons. What are your thoughts on that?
I really think that some people do teach their daughters and love their sons. On my behalf, I have taught them both and loved them both because I wanted my sons as well as my daughters to be productive citizens of the country.
Absolutely.
And they have graduated from college. All of them have graduated from college, which made me feel like a super mom. I was like, yay! And now they're in their older ages, so, what I put into them is coming out.
That's wonderful.
So I'm really glad that I chose to teach my daughters as well as my sons.
Do they get love too? That extra love?
They get it all. They get it all. And they know it. They know it.
Do you think that your way of raising your children is different from your parents' way or the generation before you?
Most definitely. Most definitely. So
In what ways?
my mom came from Panama. And so she came with a pretty strict, in the way she raised us. Well, I'm like the baby girl out of 7.
You're the youngest.
The youngest girl. I have a baby brother.
Gotcha.
But when it got to me, I think she was taller. So I didn't get a lot of strictness. I was allowed to be free, but I was also told to be in the house as I got older at 10 o'clock. Be in the house, I'm in 11th, 12th grade. Be in the house at 10 o'clock. I don't want you out past 10 o'clock. And I had to live those strict rules. So with that, my brother pretty much raised me.
Oh, wow.
Because we were raised in a house just as kids. My mother bought us a house and she took care of the home, but we lived in the house. She lived somewhere else.
Yeah.
And being that, my brother was very strict on me. He made sure that do your homework, go to school, be here by 10 o'clock, I don't care what you do. Those were my things. And I love running track, so I had to incorporate track in there. And I just continued to be, smart. When I entered into kindergarten, I already knew how to read, I knew how to do all kind of stuff, so had a lot of jealous there in kindergarten. So as I continued to grow up, I continued to stay on the honor roll. I continued to stay on the honor roll, 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way to 12th. And, I just felt that, all you have to do is apply yourself. So everything I knew, I taught my children as I was growing up, the education.
That's amazing. And they seem to have taken very well because they all graduated from college, as you said.
They have all graduated from college. They are all productive citizens of America. And I have four. I have four children. So, like some have said to me, that's unheard of to have four children that have all graduated from college. And they're very successful, I'll say that as well. So, yeah, so I'm pretty proud as a mom.
That speaks a lot to who you are as a woman, a mother, a citizen of society. That speaks to a lot of different aspects of your being. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I don't
Thank
think
you.
leaders and mothers and mentors are given enough credit for the huge role
Right.
that they play in
Right.
cultivating and bringing up someone to be successful and a good citizen of society. And I like that you use the term "good citizen of society." You know, because
Yeah.
that's important.
It is
for
important.
humanity overall. We're going to get into more of what makes Cita Cita.
Okay.
But we have a really sweet portion of this Bay Area Woman Short, and that is we like to throw a word out at you, and you just give us a knee-jerk reaction of what that word means for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Whatever comes out of your heart, whatever comes out of your spirit.
Okay.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. So, of course, the ultimate sacrifice to me was God giving us Jesus. But with that, He also had mercy on me for me to be able to go through a lot of things that I went through. I was molested at 7. I was molested again at 9. So I had to get through those things as a child, you know, and not be able to tell anyone because, you know, my mother is Hispanic. So coming through that, everything was, you keep it in the house. You don't tell anybody. So I grew up with that in my head. And, you know, as I continue to grow older, things continue to happen to me. And I just started feeling like, why is everything happening to me? So at a point, I just wanted to kind of kill myself. I didn't want to be here. So I tried suicide a few times, but I was like, okay, I'm still here. What is the problem? So it wasn't a problem. It was a blessing for me to stay here. I have gone through a lot. I've sacrificed a lot. Growing up in my neighborhood, I'm from Country Club Crest in North Vallejo. And it was difficult growing up in the Crest. You know, I was different because we were Hispanic. So, you know, that's a big one right there. You know, running track was another one. And, you know, raising my children was another one. I had to do a lot of things to be able to get them to where they were. So, you know, and then as I got older, HIV came into my world, you know, and I had to sacrifice my whole self, you know, of who I was, a happy-go-lucky person, to take on this new role that I had to accept. And accepting that was like, wow, I'm speaking on behalf of Black women, because Black women were not speaking about HIV at the time. So I took that hat on, and it took me all the way to Africa to speak to the women over there, being a public speaker, you know, so I've traveled a lot speaking on HIV and AIDS, and to me that's a huge sacrifice that I did on behalf of Black women. When I lived in San Diego, I created the first African American women's support group. Here in Vallejo, I was the first to have, to be able to talk about HIV and AIDS from a Black woman.
Yeah.
You know, because people didn't talk about that. So, and my children also had to accept, you know, all the gossip and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, sometimes I wonder if that's what really pushed them a lot more too.
So you are a sacrifice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, like you said, many people don't talk about things.
No.
They'll go through things, they'll have their own issues in life, but they won't be the vessel or the example for others. And you chose to be an example. Can you just tell me briefly, because this is very, I think that's powerful. What led you to say, you know what, I'm going to speak up about this? You could have kept it to yourself and just
Correct.
lived your life as you're living it, and no one needed to know that
Right.
HIV had come into your life, as you put it. What was it for you that led you to say, you know what, I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to be an example, and I'm going to empower other women and be an informer about such a topic? What was it for you?
Well, again, being from Vallejo, Vallejo's a really small town, and pretty much everybody knows everybody. So I started in a support group, and the case manager that was in the support group was supposed to keep everything silent because she is a case manager, so she violated HIPAA right there. She told somebody, somebody else told somebody, and told somebody, and told somebody. So I started getting negative responses in my neighborhood from people that I thought truly loved me. So I went into hiding for a little bit and again tried to commit suicide because I was like, oh no, I'm not going to live like this. How can I be a mother to my children living like this? So, of course, God didn't allow that to happen again. So, so I said, okay, I'm here for a reason. I'm supposed to do something with this. So I went to my mother and I told my mother, I said, Mama, I think I'm going to tell everybody. And she said, oh no, we keep this to ourselves. We're just going to pray about this, and we're just going to pray that you're well enough to live your life. I said, that's not going to work for me, Mom. I think I need to tell everybody. So my first speaking engagement was in Vacaville, at Vacaville High School, and it felt good to me, you know. It really felt good because when I was diagnosed, I only had so many T cells, and your T cells go down as you stress, and you need to keep them up high. And so I learned a lot about this HIV stuff. And my T cells were going down because I was upset, and you know. So when I did that first speaking engagement, I realized, oh, this feels good. Wow. Let's try this again. So I started joining support groups in Marin, where the rich white people were, because they was keeping it a secret, but I learned some concepts from them. So I went back and I told my mother, I said, this is going to be good, Mom. I got to really talk about this. She wasn't too much for it, but I had to do it. I had to do it.
You found you were in a high vibration when you spoke on it.
Mm-hmm.
You shared your story with the world,
mm-hmm.
and that's been your medicine.
Yes.
Helping others has been your medicine.
Yes.
So one more word at you. Love.
Look, you just gave me the chills just asking about love. Love is amazing. I wish that everybody around the country would share a little bit more love. And that's also, you got to take a sacrifice to share love. Because love is really something that we don't just give to our boyfriends, our husbands, or our circle of relationships. You give it to everyone because everyone deserves a little bit. So I share a lot of love. I give a lot of love. I'm just always right there. And I just believe, you know, of course we know that God is the ultimate for giving love. He said, I am love. So I hold on to that. I hold on to a lot of his principles, and I just really pray that they continue to take me through.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Many of us walk down the street, we see different people every single day of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And often we see people and we assume what or who they are.
Right.
Who are you?
Oh my goodness. At first I didn't even realize who I was. You know, I was like in a shadow. I would wear shades all the time. I wouldn't talk, I wasn't eating. So I had to, once I came to terms and start speaking out about this whole situation in my life and watching my children graduate one by one from college, it empowered me to realize, hey, you really are somebody. So people have told me many a times, you're amazing. You know, how do you do this? Where do you get the strength? How do you, just tell us, how do you do this? So I'm an entrepreneur. I sell my own stuff. I'm a motivational speaker. I am an educator. Of course, I'm a mom. You know, I've been several things, but I have, you know, been just Well, a lot. I'm trying to break it down into certain words because I've just done so much. I became a phlebotomist at 58. So I was like, whoa, you're still doing things. So, and everywhere I go, I'm considered a leader. Um, I'm definitely not a follower. I have led my own way. I was the first woman in Vallejo to have dreads. So that was being a leader in itself. And it's just been, an amazing journey for me, to know that I'm capable of doing all these things. I've been to the president, so I feel very empowered about that, going to the White House and meeting them. So I've just done a lot of things, and I'm just a wonderful person. I really believe I'm a really wonderful person, and I believe I'm very kind-hearted. I am just very encouraging and outstanding. I'm just me. So yeah, I'm just really me, and I don't mind being me.
I feel like hearing you speak and you sharing just a little bit of your story, what I can see is this anointing, this blessing of Divine Mother. So thank you so much for sharing your story on Bay Area Women Shorts. Give me some love, Cita Wright. Thank you so much for your story and your time.
Thank you.
Wow. Let this story serve as a reminder that during those times where we think life is trying to bury us, maybe we're actually being planted. And the Almighty usually plants His best seed in the worst soil. That concludes this episode. My name is Marcel Johnson. Make sure you tune in next time for another edition of Bay Area Women Shorts.
Bay Area Women Shorts. Bay Area Women Shorts. Bay Area Shorts. Bay Area Women Shorts. Bay Area Women Shorts. Bay Area Shorts.
Cita, thank you so much for sharing your story, highlighting all the treasure that came out through your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to share with me, with the world, with us?
I just really want the people to know that HIV is not a death sentence, that it's okay to put yourself out there, and you got to have the proper support, and you can just do anything. I've proven to myself with all of this. I thought I was dying, and it went from dying, like you said, it became my treasure. And now it just blesses me and blesses me. I don't feel shame about it anymore. And I just want, especially black women, I want them to really understand that it's not a death sentence. We can continue to have babies. We can breastfeed these days. It's just a lot that you can still do. Just live your life. Just live your life.
It's amazing. You believe that there's more treasure coming your way?
I do. Look, I just got the chills. But yes, I really do believe that I'm feeling really secure right now in my position in life. And I believe I'm in my right will right now. And I just know that for the sacrifices that I've done, I get rewards. And I know they're coming. I've gotten a lot, but I know they're going to continue to come.
It's amazing.
Yeah. One will be my book. I really want to write a book.
You want to write a book?
I do want to write a book. So,
more than the book, is there anything else you want to do?
I've gotten my grandbabies. I've gone to Africa. My bucket list is getting smaller. So I just really want to, I want to be on TV. I do want that. I don't really have a lot that I want to do. I just really, I've done a lot. So.
Okay. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you. Thank you so much, Cita, for sharing your story and allowing us to witness all the treasure that has come about through your journey. I think it's beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.